Hi everyone, and welcome to part 3 of Google Tag Manager, right here with me, Danny. Today we will discuss how to track MP3 downloads from your homepage using Google Tag Manager. Let's get started. I'm going to go directly to the Google Tag Manager dashboard, and from there I will click on tags, because this is what we'll be creating, a new tag. And obviously we have to give it a name just to keep the consistency of saying GAU tag dash downloads MP3. Basically, it's a nice way to recognize this tag. And then it's Google Analytics with a universal analytics type. And for the tracking ID, from before, I have had added it as a variable, so I'm going to select GA tracking ID, and then the track type is of type event. And here's where we need to be a bit more descriptive for our event category by saying that it belongs to downloads. The action is MP3 downloads. The label in this case is going to be click text, which is a predefined variable in Google Tag Manager for click events. I'll move forward to saying that it's a non-interaction hit, which means that it will not affect my bounce rate. This is just an internal type of event tracking. And I'll click on continue. That's all set and good. Moving on, we have to define the part 4 of the tag, which deals with the firing of the tag. The firing of the tag is basically a click event. So what I will do is I will click new and give the event, the trigger, a name. And in this case, we are just going to call it MP3 click URL trigger. Just to be more descriptive, it's a click event. Continue. It's going to be applied on all the elements. Continue. And will be fired on some clicks. And this is where it gets a little bit different. In this case, we will say that this trigger will be fired on when the click URL contains dot, just gonna scroll down, dot MP3, and this is the logic behind it. Create trigger. Perfect. As you can see, this is our trigger for downloading MP3 links from your homepage as events, and I'll say create tag. There you go. It's right here and ready for us to test. The way we test it, we go in here and say preview. Perfect. Now my browser is ready for testing. I will navigate to the page. I'm going to refresh it. This is the page, the demo page, which I have. I'm calling it resources. It has a bunch of PDF documents and a link here, which is an MP3 file, a link to an MP3 file. And notice here my tag manager summary right here. So when I click on song 1, as you can see, let me stop this. As you can see, the GAU tag downloads MP3 was fired one time, which is what we wanted. And now in order to test it again in Google Analytics, the easiest way is to go to real time and click on events. And then right here, we can see the event action, as we called it, MP3 downloads. I can click on it to get more detail, and the event label says song 1. And this is the exact text that is actually linked here on the MP3 file, which is song 1. That's it. This is how we can track MP3 files, MP3 links on our homepage using click events in Google Tag Manager. Now all we have to do is click on publish, and it's telling me there are 2 unpublished changes, basically the tag that we created and the trigger that we created for this particular tracking. I'll click on publish now and done, and my homepage is ready to track all my MP3 files. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned with more videos from Webawk, and always remember you can sign up for a free account with webawk.com in order to get more and more in-depth videos about web design and web development. And have a great day.